all my lecture, or our lecture, and later on I will upload them into my YouTube channel. Give me some time to sort things out. I need to get my Teams account from Manipur University. So once I sort it out, I will pack everything. I'll pack all the document and even today PowerPoint slides at that platform. Okay, so don't worry about the PowerPoint slide. Don't worry about the material that we will cover in this semester. All the material or all the lecture slides I will provide to you later. Okay, no, don't worry about it. Now make sure you already passed these two modules. So check your transcript or check your previous semester results. Make sure you already passed these 2183 and also 3233. Okay, make sure you already passed these two, because the content that you learned in these two, you will apply in Capstone Design 1. Okay, these two module, you apply these two module in Capstone Design 1. All right, let me give you a short introduction about this Capstone Design 1. So the detail you can read on the screen here. Basically, what is about Capstone Design 1 is to come up with an idea, with a design, so that you can fabricate that idea in Capstone Design 2. Okay, so for Capstone Design 1, the main or the end results by the end of semester, you should have one design with you. Okay, and when it comes to Capstone Design 2 in next semester, if you pass this module, then you will fabricate, you will materialize the idea. Means you will fabricate, you go to the workshop and then you fabricate, you make the things into object or into devices. So what are the important points I highlight with the yellow color here is just that in Capstone Design 1, we will train you on the design stage here. Okay, on design stage here. Oops. Right. So design stage means we will cover in a short lecture with a theory to teach you on the stages. There are some philosophy behind how to design or how to come up with the products. So don't worry, this one will cover in lecture. And also we will mention something about management, project management. So meaning we'll talk about Gantt chart, we'll talk about how you prepare, how you foresee the progress of your project or your idea. Okay, so when you want to design something, you have to estimate the time from an idea, you start drawing, and then until you fabricate it. So you have to see the whole process. How you see it process, you will use the skill that you learn in project management. Okay, this is to produce a system. So this one will be under group projects. So later on, I'll brief you more when it comes to group projects. Okay, all right. So basically, what by the end of this semester, what we expect from you is that you already have a sound idea. Means you will have one idea that you want to fabricate or a prototype that you want to fabricate. You already design on paper, and the next semester when you do it, when you do Capstone Design 2, you will practice, apply what you learned in Design 1, make it into a real things. So that is the objective of Design 1. Okay, Capstone Design 1. So pay a little bit attention on the learning outcome. So we have here a little learning outcome. This learning outcome will be the area that we will access you. Other mean is that we will use this to give you marks in your assignment or in your presentation or in your final products or final presentation or even report. These are the things that Make sure you remind yourself that actually this is what we're looking for. Okay, so for example, things number one, when you pass up a report, when you do presentation, make sure you touch something about how you come up with the design. Make sure you know how to explain what are the process that you use in your design. This is the first one. And then of course the detail one you can read on the screen here. Important is that you remember when you pass up your report or when you present your report, make sure you touch something on the process. Explain how you design. What are the concepts you use? Do you have follow a workflow to come up with the design? So there's a design process there. So do you follow the process? Okay, so this is the first one. Second, when you design something as an engineer or as a scientist, you need to do research. You need to look for information. So number two is that when you pass up a report or when you present your idea, make sure that you already refer to the available information, okay, or the standard. As an engineering student, we will always refer to handbook. We refer to a standard. Let's say you want to test something, you want to do something. There's a way of doing things. Okay, so how you know that you are using the correct method? You refer to handbook. You refer to manual. So this is the part that you show us what material you refer to and as evidence of your research. You have done your research. Okay, so Capstone Design 1, we want to train you to look for information and also make sure we will train you to write a good report, good scientific report or good engineering report where when you come up with the idea, it's not just feel good, not because of not because you feel good and then you want to do it, but you do it, you do something that you like, but you come up with the idea with a scientific way. Meaning, let's say you want to design a machine, there must be a science behind that machine, right? It's not that, oh, I shock sendiri, then I go and design based on the shape that I like. Okay, so for example, if this project later on your idea involves some curve, involves some special shape, then there must be a theory behind it. There must be a reason why you design that way. So you have to support your idea with research, with information. Okay, research information, including the textbook that you read, handbook that you read. So this is the thing. Okay, so this is the thing that we look for. So every time you explain about your products, explain about your design, make sure you know which handbook you're referring to, or what standard you're referring to, or why you come up with why you design such a way. There must be a explanation for it. Okay, explanation for it, and always ask yourself, why I doing this? Why I apply this method? There must be explanation to that. Okay, so this is the thing that we're looking for, that you are looking for information. The third one is make sure when you design something, one of the objective is this: we want to see you know how to use modern tools. What mean by modern tools? Including software and modeling. So from Capstone Design 1, you can't run away from 3D modeling software like CATIA, SolidWorks, AutoCAD, and simulation software like ANSYS and other things that are available on the market or even in the multiple lab, okay, computer lab. So don't worry, we will guide you through. All right, we'll guide you through. All right. So these are the three things that you should mentally prepare for this whole semester. And these three you need to bring along when you go into capstone number 2. Okay, always have this mindset when you conduct your design process. Okay, make sure that you follow the process. Make sure you refer to useful information. Don't just Google and then use information on Google. refer to handbook, refer to somebody else somebody else handbook or textbook or manual. Okay, then you have to try to prove your idea that it works. For example, you design something to withstand 100 kilogram. How you prove that your idea works before you go into capstone design number 2. So you use software to estimate the behavior of your prototype. So this is the thing that we're looking for by the end of design. So let's continue onwards. So you have few more objectives. The next one is that when you do your presentation, we expect you consider whether your design bring harm or bring benefit to the society. Do it going to hurt someone or it going to benefit on the health? Do you need special safety steps or procedure to use your system or to use your idea or to use your design? So these are the things you need to consider. And legal, this is the important things. Legal means if you come up with a design later on, if you copy somebody's idea, please give credit to the original developer. Okay, please give credit and don't claim that thing original from you unless you are the one who really think about it and there's no copyright issue. There's no copyright issues. If you refer to somebody's idea and come up with a innovative product, then it's okay, but you still need to mention whose products or whose idea you refer to, then you come up with a creative idea. So just be careful a little bit when on the legal side, especially copyright. And also one thing on the legal side is that when you write your report, make sure you do not copy and paste in your report. I will use a system called Turnitin. So this system able to check whether you copy your friend homework, which line you copy, okay, which line you copy, which website you copy, which textbook, which page, which paragraph, which word that you copy. So the software that I use is very powerful. It can go to that level. So in Capstone Design 1, when you produce report, make sure you don't copy and paste your friend work or your senior work or somebody work, right? You can read somebody textbook and then try to explain that idea in your own English level, okay? So because every one of us, we write English differently, same meaning, but we have our own writing styles. So just be careful on the legal things. Then we will want to see you able to work individual and teamwork. What does it mean? It means later on in this subject, in this module, you will have individual presentation and also group presentation. What does it mean? It means that when it comes to teamwork, make sure you contribute to the work that you do. Okay, so in my class, I will only allow 2 persons in one group. Okay, I'll allow 2 persons in one group. So it depends. Depends on the final number of the class. So at the moment, we fix at 2 persons in one group. So start from today, you can go and look for your partner. And when I mention the date of starting to do group work, then you let me know who is your partner, and then you submit your progress as a team, as a group. Okay, then you do the presentation and so on. So make sure you contribute to the work when it comes to teamwork. Okay, so again, in my module, if you discover that your friend or your teammate do not contribute and you're the only one who do it, let me know. Okay, let me know. I can do something on your teamwork, on your teammate. So In my class, if you don't contribute when it comes to teamwork, I will let you repeat this module and until you learn how to work with other people. Okay, so make sure you contribute when it comes to teamwork. Don't let your friend do the work alone. So it's important to contribute. Then the next one is communicate. So in Capstone Design 1, you try to learn how to communicate with your friend, especially when it comes to group projects. You have to try to communicate your idea and then synchronize the idea to become the final products or final solution. Okay, so this need communicate, and when it comes to presentation, make sure you discuss, oh, this part I present, that part you present. Okay, make sure you distribute the work evenly. Right. Then this one is more on the planning of projects. Later, I'll give you one table on the slides here. You will see. Make sure you mentally prepared for the incoming assignment or incoming presentation. Right. So you'll do costing planning for in this Capstone design. Right. So these are the expectation in the Capstone Design 1. This is my general information. So this is my full name. You can address me as Dr. Ang. So if you want to know more about me, you can Google and type in my full name. My full name in Google. You will see some of my information online. Right? Yeah. So this is my personal email. At the moment, I use my personal email. So if you have anything you want to share with me, you can email me. Until I have manifold email address and I will access to team, then I will change the communication email. Right? Handphone. At these slides, I'm not showing because this video is going to share on YouTube. So, but all of you in this class, you already have my contact number. You can contact me anytime you like. Okay, text me if you have any question about this Capstone Design 1, and if you have anything you want to ask me, make appointment before you see me. Right? Don't text me on Saturday, Sunday. Don't text me on weekend. I will read your message, but I will try not to reply until I back to office on Monday or the following office day. Okay, and also if you seeing me enjoying my breakfast and see me enjoying my lunch or dinner in the cafeteria, you are welcome to drop by to say hi, but try not to bring your Capstone 1 question during the lunchtime. Okay, so if you want to ask me about Capstone 1, arrange a time, a proper time, and then we sit down together and we solve the question, right, together, rather than I'm busy eating and then you also rushing to get my answer. So it is not effective in that way. So try to avoid this kind of awkward moment. Okay, yeah. So this is how we will work together for this whole semester. Okay. This is important. This table is important for you to score high marks in this design 1. Basically, this is 100% coursework. You cannot fail this module unless you do not pass up the assignment that we ask you to do. Okay. In this coursework, we already passed you already, unless you fail yourself. So this is 100% coursework. You can only fail this module if you do not pass up all these components. All right, you do not pass. Okay, let me brief you. We have 2 individual presentations along the semester. Each presentation is 10 marks, so that's why you get 20. You have 2 group presentations. Each presentation will be 10 marks, so 20. And then you have 1 final presentation, which is another 20. And by the end of semester, you need to generate a report which contribute 40%. Okay. So the group report will be 100%, but we will convert into 40%. So each one of these will be 100, 100, 100, 100, but we will do the conversion into 20%, 20%, 20%, and 40%. Okay, yeah. So on the detail, I will brief you when it comes to the time. Okay, when it comes. So if before I give you the presentation or group projects, I will give you the full briefing. Then you can start work already lah. So this is how we give marks to your capstone design one. Okay, I hope all of you can score above B+ for this module. And yeah, so it's impossible to get 50 over 100 for this module. Again, unless you do not do your part. Okay, you do not do your part. Okay, so these are the estimated schedule. So we will show you what is a systematic design process. Again, we start with the process. Then we followed by the project proposal. So you will come up with a proposal, and then you start looking at literature review, where you start looking at information, and you start generating chapter 2 of your report, or maybe chapter 1 of your report, that doing about background check or background study about the particular subject. All right, then we look at finance management, and then what is the stakeholder requirement, safety requirement, and we will have your first project presentation in week 6, and presentation number 2 in week 7 and 8. Within 7 and 8, week 7, 8, you have classes to teach you on product design specification, and you need to present on the concept generation 1 here. Means there will be classes on how to systematically make sure you have a good design. So there is a concept generation class for that. Then continue with the third presentation in here. So I need to highlight this one because according to schedule, there will be exam week will fall in week 7 and week 8, or maybe week 7. So all of you will be very busy in the week 7 because all the lecturer will give you test 1 in week 7. And also, I think most of the module also will ask you to submit your assignment in week 7. So mentally prepare and make your calendar manageable. If not, you'll be very, very busy in week 7. Okay, so have mentally prepared for week 7. Okay, if you're in the army, week 7 will be like your hell week. Okay, will be like your hell week. So everything will happen in week 8, week 7 or week 8. Okay, so this is a very busy time. And we continue with lecture on component sizing, and then you do your progress report for the projects. Then we'll tell you how to generate a report. Okay, we'll do it parallel, means from time to time we will go, for example, this week we'll tell you how to write chapter 1, how to write chapter 2, or how to write methodology, how to write conclusion, how to do citation, and all this. Okay, so this it will happen concurrently. So we see how it goes. But this is one of your content. Then the last week of the semester, you need to pass your report to us, and you will do one final project presentation. Okay, meaning that all the presentation that you see in this table. Okay, so if there is any presentation here, this is a progress presentation. It's a progress presentation, and by the 4th presentation, you actually almost done with your idea. Until the last week, you present, you compile your idea from week 4, not week 4, from week 6. When you start your first presentation, you compile all the slides together, you make it better, and you present the whole project's idea in the last week. So if you can push this one up, then it will be good. But we put this one on the last week of the semester. Okay, so this is how we do, and these are the textbook that I will be using for Capstone Design 1. So as you can read all this here. So for example, I just put some textbook photo or cover that use. So you can use the old version or all these like 5th edition. You can use 4th edition or 3rd edition. Old textbook still same. The content almost same. So this one also. This one I think is this one 7th edition. This one 5th edition. So different author, but we will use the content for the class. Okay, so these are the things. Luckily, this module you don't have tests or final exam. You only have you need to do presentation and then generate a final report. That final report will bring into capstone number 2, where you will materialize, where you will change your idea into working products. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. It will be like your FYP 1. Capstone Design 1 will be your final year project 1, but not as deep as FYP 1, because FYP 1 normally is individual projects, right? So for Capstone Design, you still have a partner to help you. So it's just a training of prepare you for your FYP projects later on. Okay, so I'm not sure some of you already start FYP 1 or not, but this module is going to help you to build a strong foundation for you to come up with a design. Okay? We will look at this one in our next class. Okay, we'll look at this one at our next class. So our next class will be on this Friday. Okay, will be on this Friday. Yeah. Okay, so let me end my recording. Hold on, yeah.